Welcome, everyone, to another exciting Thursday night. It is October 19th, 2023. We are two men in a room. I'm your co-host, Anthony from Orlando, and my other co-host,
Vernell, also from Orlando. We want to thank each and everyone that has subscribed to our channel. We finally got to the 50 subscribers that we've been waiting on. And
congratulations!
so we are excited about that. So Anthony has some good news concerning that. What's going on, Anthony?
Yes, we have hit our mark, 50 subscribers/followers. So everyone watching this podcast tonight, if you want to enter the contest, simply just comment us with the word contest. Put contest as a comment, and you will be entered into the drawing for a wonderful prize. And Mr. Co-host, what is our wonderful prize?
Oh, trust and believe. Whoever win the prize, we have a very nice bottle of cologne for the mister and a very nice bottle of perfume for the missus. So, hey, whoever wins going to have a great gift. So make sure you comment contest in the comment section so Anthony and myself can pick a winner next Thursday. Correct, Anthony?
Yes, we're gonna run that till about 7:30 next Thursday. So if you're watching this live, put it in. If you're watching this after, be sure to put it in if you still want to be in the contest. And we will take names till 7:30 next Thursday. And then on next week's show, we will pick a live winner and we'll let them notify us. We'll get their info and we'll be able to send out the wonderful gift to whoever wins it.
Exciting news. So I hear you have several topics for tonight. So what's going on for tonight?
Yes. So our first topic will be when is it time to kick the bucket and leave some money for your kids? How much do you think we should leave? How much do you maybe see yourself leaving if you want to get into that? What's your thoughts on people leaving money to their kids?
Okay, so my thoughts, and it's just only my opinion. I just feel like if you have a very nice insurance policy, that should be left for your child or children. But if you have a certain amount of money in your savings, let's just enjoy life with that. Not, oh, I got to think about my grandkids, because I have talked to several people about it. And I just feel like you're working for your grandkids at this point. I think when you get to your late 70s, I guess you can say, okay, I want to start, making sure my grandkids okay. But I just feel like if you able-bodied and you able to go places and do things in life, I think you should take that chance and do it. Not, oh, I got to save all this money for my grandkids. I just don't feel, how much money you think a individual should save for their child? Because when you dead and gone, you don't know what they're doing with the money, first of all. I think if you got a 50, 60,000 insurance policy and you get cremated, the cremation ain't number $1,500 and they get the rest. How much more do you want them to have? And if you do want them to have a significant amount, are they going to do the right thing with it once you kick the bucket?
Okay.
What's your thoughts?
Here's my thoughts on it. I was thinking long and hard about this one. So let's say you have a significant amount of money. Let's say you have $100,000. Okay. I think if your kids are okay in life, you could leave them about $20,000 and take the rest and either spend it on you or get yourself ready to, pass on to the afterlife. $80,000 will be pretty good. You can still do some stuff in life. Now, if your kids are having a hard time and they're doing whatever, you could probably do a 50-50. Leave them 50,000. It'll change your life. And when you're gone, it's not going to matter what they're doing anyway. You don't got to deal with it. So you could leave them a little bit of money. I don't think you need to leave them a lot unless you think that they're able to handle it and be able to use it and, get better in life. You certainly don't want to see anyone taking the money and just getting worse in life.
Right, because you saying leave them for those that's not doing okay.
Right.
But if they're an adult, shouldn't they say, okay, I got to get my life on track, not, oh, my mom or whoever I'm the beneficiary, I'll be all right once that happens. I just think everybody should live life right now at this moment in time, not wait and worry about your grandkids. Because, child, please, them grandkids going to do what they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it. And who's to say they're going to do right by it? For example, I can't say no names. People leave people money and they spend it on the significant other. That's just not right to me. To me, that's, disrespectful. Because if a family member left it to you, why are you giving it to your significant other? It's for you.
Well, yeah. That I would say leave it to your kids' names in the will, and if they end up blowing it, they end up blowing it. But
right, because you dead, you cremated, you out of
you're
this
not gonna
joint.
care.
You don't. I mean, you can't even care because you just don't even know. So let's just live life in the moment, and not worry about. Because I just feel like if you got an insurance policy, that the insurance policy is for enough to bury you and enough to whatever you got going on with the kids or the grandkids or whatever the case may be.
Right, but with an insurance policy, you're not even going to get it.
Right, so, that's what I'm saying.
So with $100,000 policy, a life insurance policy, yes, make sure somebody's burying you to your whatever your wishes are, and then the rest of the money is just going to go to them anyway, or the beneficiary. Right. But if you, let's say you've been working and been saving money, and you have, so much money sitting in the bank, and you say, oh, well, no, I'm going to leave it all to my kids, they'll need it and stuff. Well, if they know what they're doing, then they don't really need it. If they don't know what they're doing, then they don't really need that much. In which case, you could spend a little bit, do some things for yourself, and then leave them with whatever the rest is and enough to get you taken care of.
Listen, I'm just trying to take flight. I'm in my 50s, so I'm just trying to take flight no matter what. I love my grandbaby. She's a beneficiary on a couple of things, but at the same time, she's gonna be all right if
Whoops. We got an oopsie here. Hold on a second. Your mic is off. So turn your mic back on.
There you go.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
This is what happened when you live. You have a little obstacles and situations come up, but
don't worry, because Joe Biden's live and he's probably got something even worse happening on his channel. So if you're here watching this channel, it's the better channel to watch. So, but like you were saying, if you kick the bucket, what happens to the money?
You just, when you kick the bucket, like me, I want to be cremated. It don't make no sense. And I'm just speaking for me. I can't speak for nobody else. It just don't make sense after I've seen with my own eyes and talked to a couple of people. Some things do make sense. Why should my family go out and buy a $15,000-$20,000 casket and now it's in the dirt after the funeral is over with? It's just $15,000 gone. So it's really was for show. Let's just be honest, because that's what we do. We have these. We got to have the matching colors. We got to have the horse and carriage. We got to do all this stuff for show. But some people deserve it if that's what they want. My mom, that's what she watched, Imitation of Life, and she always wanted that kind of service. And thank God we was able to do it. But at the same time, I just don't want my coins going out like that. Let's just cremate me. We're not going to put no $20,000 casket in the ground. No, rent a casket, have the service, and then I'm out this joint, and it's done. My family, my grandbaby, whatever, and they just do whatever they want to do in life because I'm gone. I'm not going to know. But right now while I'm living, I'm trying to catch flight. I'm trying to travel. I'm trying to experience different things. That's just how I think. What about yourself?
So you're not going to leave them a lot of money when you're gone.
Well, okay. First, let's hope I live to see retirement, right?
Right.
So I got to live to see retirement because, I do have a lot of things on my bucket list, but God's willing, I'll live to see it. My grandbaby gonna be okay. She's just gonna be okay. But right now, like if something happened to me before she turned 18, she's not gonna get nothing because it's gonna be stipulation she can't get it until she's 18.
Right.
Because I don't want nobody saying, "Oh, I'm gonna help you," and then they, try to gook her out of her money. No, we're not gonna do all that. So once she turned 18, it's up to her. But while she's, learning, I'm gonna try to teach her, hey, this is what you do, this is what you don't do, and this is what you try to do. So I mean, it's not gonna be all, all this 100,000, 50, maybe 50,000, I think. But all that 100,000, 200,000, no, ma'am. We're not gonna do all that. Just enough to bury you, and then enough to get you by for like a year, and you should be able to learn the true value of a dollar, and try to enjoy life and make life what it is. Hopefully she'll be very successful to where she may not even need it.
There you go.
So I just want to be cremated. You don't put no casket in no ground.
Okay. Simple.
Yeah, simple. Yeah. Easy.
Yes.
But to each his own. Let me just say that, to each his own,
That's right. My plan's very simple. Don't have any kids. Already spending all the money. Mausoleum's gonna be built for about $12,000. Funeral's about an extra $5,000. And that's it. In 100 years, when they dig me up, they'll probably think I was a king or something for the way it's gonna be. So,
oh God. And to each his own.
It's the way to leave history right.
Listen, everybody have a way of doing things and how they want to leave this earth. So it is what it is. Everybody got to respect one another's wishes and just make it happen. That's it. Right. But if you want certain things when you out of this joint, make sure you have the proper insurance policy for your loved one to be able to do it. Not it got to come out of their pocket and you ain't got a coin to help out. No, this is what your wishes is. So you better have an insurance policy so we can make it happen. Because it ain't gonna be on my dime.
Okay. Then
it's just true facts. That's it.
That's right. And we try to teach you here how to get that coin so that you can have the proper funeral that you want.
Right.
So that's another thing.
And another thing, don't wait till you in your 20s to get an insurance policy. If you can afford it, get an insurance policy now on your kids, your grandkids. Don't wait so late,
Yeah, but if you get like a term life, you have to die within that term. So if you get it too early, you're just giving money away. So do check which type of life insurance you're getting before you purchase it. Some are for your whole life and some are for term life. So you got to time that death really close to figure out which one you want.
Which we don't know
which year you're going for there.
So it is what it is.
All right. So that was pretty good.
Of course. Lovely.
We're going to, time's flying. So we're going to move on to our next time topic. In the beginning of November, the first weekend, which I believe is November 5th, if I looked that up correctly. Yeah, the 5th. We're going to be falling back, as the old little rhyme said, spring ahead, fall back. We're going to be falling back an hour. So you will get to add an hour of sleep on that Saturday into Sunday morning. So do you think we should stick with the time changes still, or do you think we should go back to a more normal system where we're not changing everything?
Just keep it the same. Ain't nobody got time for that foolishness. Because do you really, because me personally, this is how I think. When I'm at work, I'm like, Lord, see, if the time was still the same, we'll be getting off. But now we got to wait another whole hour before we get off work. So I ain't got time for all that foolishness. Just let it stay the same. and be done with it. Who cares? No,
Well,
nobody should care.
I mean, the only difference is the amount of light you're basically seeing.
Again,
So,
who cares?
well, I so if, which I believe they were trying to do, if you were to stop the time changing, would you want to be on daylight savings times, which is the summertime where it's later in the day you have sun, or would you want to stay on the non-daylight savings time, which is your winter time where you have more sun in the morning?
I ain't got time for all that. Let's just stay in the summertime. We ain't got time for all
You
that.
want to, yeah, but you're completely off from the rest of the world. You're like 2 hours off from the rest of the world.
Well, do it really matter though from the rest of the world?
Well, as we become more of a globally connected economy and environment, I think we should probably just stay on the winter time and be pretty closely synced to everybody else, because there are certain places like Arizona, Evansville, Indiana, and there's a couple other counties, I believe, that don't change the time and are actually really far off during the summer from regular time. And I don't know if you've ever driven into any of those territories, but
I
man,
have.
trying to sync up your time so you can possibly be at work on time, where you got to leave a whole hour earlier than you used to, it's a royal pain in the butt, man. It's
I
just
mean, it wouldn't
absolutely
matter to me.
crazy.
It wouldn't matter to me which way they do it. Just do it.
Mm.
Because we all would get used to it anyways. So it really doesn't matter. It's just like, just let it go. It's over with.
I mean, it's fun. It's
It's
fun to get
fun.
that extra hour of sleep, though.
Okay, but are you really getting that extra hour of sleep? Really?
Yeah,
Because when your body is so used to the timing, you're gonna wake up anyways.
Well, yes and no. Some people do sleep through it, because once you hit that 1:59, you go right back to 1 o'clock. And the fun thing was at clubs, some of them would actually stay open that extra hour.
Yeah.
And not officially closed till 2 o'clock.
I've been in the club.
So you get an extra hour to hang out and party. So it was kind of fun.
Not that style, but whatever. It don't make me no difference. Just do what you want to do and just stick to the plan. Just stick to the plan. That's it. If you're gonna do it, stick to the plan and don't worry about it no more. Okay. Everything gets changing in this world. Might as well let that change and be done with it.
So, all right. That's an easy way to slice through that. So we're gonna stay on a certain time, and you think summer daylight savings time?
Yeah, because people, that way people have time enough. When you get off work, you still got a little daylight out there where you could do things, get things done. Versus at night, you tired, you looking stupid and crazy. Talking about, oh Lord, it's getting dark already. Let me go home. Anybody got time for all that? Just let it be, daylight a little early, so people could go out and do what they need to do, and then take it on in. That's just my little opinion. So,
okay, that's a good opinion. All right. So we'll see if that actually ever gets changed or not. But at this rate, with no speaker in the house, nothing's getting done right now.
Yeah, I've seen that on the news too. I'm like, Lord, these people crazy around here.
I mean, I'll nominate you if you want to be Speaker of the House.
Well, I have a lot to say. They're gonna throw me out.
All right, so then we should probably just go with that then instead.
Yeah, but put me in there. I don't care.
Okay, so I guess we'll move on to our next topic. Is it time to get out? So we've had two stories that popped up, and due to copyright and all that stuff, we can't show the videos on here, but I'm going to describe the videos to you, okay? The first video was a, we'll say mid-30s woman sitting in an SUV with a gentleman. They said it was their first date. He pulls up to a restaurant. It's the Cheesecake Factory. He proceeds to get out of the car, walk around the truck, goes to open her door, and she locks the door. She then proceeds to put the window down and asks, "Why are we here?" And he's like, "What?" And she's like, "It's the Cheesecake Factory. It's a chain restaurant." And proceeds to explain that she's not the type of girl you take to a chain restaurant. You should be taking her to a full, exquisite, exclusive restaurant which I'm not even sure there are many of those anymore, but they then proceed to talk it out a little more, and he realizes she's actually filming him and then asks, "Can we just talk about it?" So he goes back around, gets into the truck, sits with her. They go over why she thinks she's so bougie, I'll say,
Right.
for not being able to go into the Cheesecake Factory. Now, I've been to the Cheesecake Factory, and let me say, it's easily $125 to $150 each time at the Cheesecake Factory. So he keeps asking, "Would you like to go in?" Very nice through the whole thing, very gentlemanlike. And she's just saying, "Well, no, isn't there anywhere else that we can go? Can we do a compromise or something?" So he then proceeds to say, "Well, I'm just going to take you home." And he starts backing up and they start driving off. And she's just sitting there in amazement on how she's getting taken home right now. So that's story one. Story two was on TikTok. Equana B. She met a young man in Atlanta. They decided to meet for drinks, and she chose the restaurant. She chose Fontaine's Oyster Bar in Atlanta. They have the best oysters in Atlanta, hands down, she says. She records herself eating oysters. Now, she then proceeded to order tray after tray, which equaled up to 48 oysters. Also ordering a side of crab cakes. When the fourth tray came out, he was looking at me crazy, she said. He then proceeds to go to the bathroom, and after realizing 30 minutes had gone by and he had not returned, she realized he had skipped out on the bill, calling his maneuver crazy. Running out on a tab is crazy, she said. So she had to pay the bill and then asked him what happened. He replied, "I offered to take you out for drinks and you ordered all that food. I can cash app you the total for the drinks." What are your thoughts on these situations? Now, both of them were first dates. So let me put that in there.
I got you. I'm ready.
Do you think anything went wrong? Do you think anybody did anything right? What do you think here?
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Okay.
Okay,
right.
so date number one with the Cheesecake Factory foolishness.
Yes.
Okay. So do the woman say what kind of SUV she's driving?
I don't know. It was his truck, so it looked nice. It had leather seats. It had the wide panel sunroof and everything.
Because some people
nice.
you could distinguish whether they're a grand girl or middle class girl or a girl that just don't care. Some people you could like have signs and what they wear and what kind of purse they are toting. These things. Okay, I just feel like to me, she could be wrong or she could be right. The reason I say she'd be wrong because she should have stated, "Hey, if we're going out to dinner, give me options," or where you think we should go. And he told her Cheesecake Factory. They say, "Well, I just feel like, no, that's not it. That's not my class or style or whatever." Or if she's walking out with a Louis Vuitton bag, Gucci bag, a grand girl bag, he knows that, okay, I got to, step my game up a little. Because people have signs and notices when you talking to them. Yes.
Hold on.
That just wait, let me get my little point across, right? If I meet an individual and they see that I'm a label individual. Now they don't have to pay for my labels because that's why I work. I'm gonna buy my labels myself. But you're not gonna take me to nowhere cheesy either. I'm not saying Cheesecake Factory is cheesy. I only went there to twice to get a piece of cheesecake. That's it. But I just feel like the way she handled the situation could have been a little better than what she did. But I take notes, I listen, I watch, I pay attention to all these things so I know, okay, so this type of person, like, they would love to go here and not there or whatever. Um, so I guess it all depends on the individuals, but at that point in time, I think she's wrong in that situation. Okay, now the second situation, yes,
Right.
they went out for drinks, right?
Right.
So to me, when you go out for drinks, she's filling her drinks and a girl got hungry. Did she ever state that how much was the oysters and the crab cake bill was?
48, 48 oysters. Even if they're $1 an oyster, is $48 right there. Plus
Okay,
side of crab cakes, another what, $12.
right.
So you're figuring this is already a $60 order.
Okay, that's
Plus
not
the
bad though.
drinks. That's like another 75.
But you should always, when you have a first date or whatever, this just me.
Mm,
This just my way of thinking.
yeah.
If I offered someone out on a date, I'm gonna automatically, in my mind, say, okay, I'm gonna make sure I have a $1.25, $1.50, because you don't want to go on a cheesy date. You don't want to go on a cheesy date because now people looking at you crazy. Unless y'all been done talked about this thing. But I think a first date, the first impression always the best. So,
That's true. That is true.
so you got to impress people so they're like, okay, this person know what they're doing. They know how to treat an individual. So at least always set in your mind that you're gonna have $1.25, $1.50 easy. Right? Like me, I don't drink. So if the individual want to drink and he want to get something to eat, I'm just gonna get something to eat too. I may have a glass of Moscato or something like that, so we could talk, mingle, get a little relaxed, so we could just talk about whatever we want to talk about. But you always, on the first date, you can't be cheesy and just say, "Oh, I ain't spending no more than $50." That's so much foolishness.
Okay.
That's just my way of thinking now.
Okay. All right.
And then you always take a look at what that person is wearing, how that person smell, what they told him. You got to pay attention to all these.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. You ready for this?
Yes.
First off, nightmare with the win. This girl's lucky that the guy didn't kick her out of his truck and drive off right at the restaurant. What is wrong with these people? Yes, he was actually a really nice gentleman, was really very mellow tone through the whole thing, did not ever yell at her or anything. So kudos to him for
Correct.
I would have told her, get the hell out of my truck right now. But Mary Jade has a great point. Also, these men were lucky they found out what she was early in the relationship.
Correct. I just say it's just people just like medicine. We need to know their side effect when we kind of meet them. What is your side effect?
No, they got something. All right. Here we go. First story, she was wearing a, nice lime green dress. Didn't see any bags or anything. Don't know if they were on the floor or anything. But here we go. These were first dates. This is the first time you are getting to know someone. You can go out and spend 120. What'd you say? $120?
$125.
You could do that if you've got money. If you've got money, not what she's expecting. If you've got the money and you don't care if it goes completely south and she's horrible and you can't stand her, but you're okay spending that money, go for it. Spend that money. Take her to Ruth Chris, get her a $150 steak if you don't care about the money. We're living in some hard times right now. There's a lot of job losses going right now. And maybe this guy was just like, hey, I'm going to take her out to a nice dinner and just get to know her. I don't know what she's really like. I'm meeting her for the first time in person. $100 is very easy to spend for two people at the Cheesecake Factory. Right. So I don't even think you should spend that much.
What, child? Well, how much?
You should spend on? Take it to Applebee's. Get the 2 for $20 deal. Okay,
no,
you will get. Yes,
no,
you. Hold on.
No,
you are. You are getting to know this person, so
It
you
don't
don't
matter. It
know
don't
if you're
matter.
gonna
You're
stay
not
with
gonna
this
take me to
person
Applebee's on
or
our first date.
not
You're
stay
not
with
gonna
this
do
person.
that. Oh no. You're
Because
not gonna take me
it
to Applebee's.
wait,
No.
it's a quick way to find out whether she's there for the money or if she's there for
Okay,
you.
but you could find that out in other ways. But
Why
I
you gotta
just
spend
feel
all your
like,
money if she is there for the money?
but I just feel like
That's
Applebee's
wasting
is a
money.
no.
Why? What's wrong with
You might just
Applebee's?
go to Red Lobster. If that's the case,
There you go. Yeah,
Applebee's is an insult. Well,
it's got soft lighting. It's got a nice bar.
Child,
It's
let it
usually
go.
quiet because there's nobody ever there. It's
Child, let it go.
perfect.
You're not gonna take me to no
Okay,
Applebee's.
you can have a nice
you're not doing
dinner. You can sit there, introduce yourselves,
That's the
find
second
out
date.
if you like each other.
That's the
And
second date. That's the
no,
second date.
because if
You
I
take
don't
me to
like you,
Applebee's.
there
But
ain't
that
gonna be no second date.
No, you're not gonna be you're not gonna be cheesing with me on my first date. You're not gonna do
Yes.
that.
I mean, I'll spend 100 and something on a first date and it didn't go anywhere. So I totally understand where this is coming from.
But
so yeah, if you want to take her,
sometimes you lose. So it happens. So just set your mind up. I'm gonna spend this because if this is what you want. You want a first date. It is what it is. You know, you can't be cheesy all your life and cheap. You can't be cheesy and cheap. Now you got to pick your battles there.
Listen,
So
if you're into the third date and you're still at Applebee's, then you're being cheap. But if you're there just to have a couple drinks, as in the second story, just for drinks, it's like you go out, you have about 2 drinks just to get the edge off of everything. Don't get drunk. Don't get crazy. Have 2 drinks. What's that going to cost you? Maybe $30, $35. Maybe 40 if they're like Cosmopolitans or Long Island iced teas or something.
So what's the max you think you should spend on your first date?
On a first date nowadays, if you can find the place, no more than $40.
Oh, child, that's so cheesy. That's
not cheesy. It's not cheesy.
That's embarrassing.
Listen, if she really likes you, she'll sit there at Wendy's with you. And that's about $20, $30 right there. With a biggie meal and all that.
No. You're not.
Yeah.
No. And I'm not saying.
I've had a date at a Burger King that went very well.
That's foolishness.
That's not foolishness. We were okay with just having simple food and seeing who we are.
So did y'all talk about it before you took her to Burger King?
We talked about just a date, but I didn't actually say what place. I didn't.
So you pulled up at Burger King?
Yes.
And I would have told you turn this car right on back around because I'm not eating Burger King.
Well, I would know.
Well, because I'm kind of classy. So you can't just treat me any kind of way now.
What? It's not a classy, non-classy thing. It's just getting to know that person.
Right, but what? Okay, right.
What happens if you don't like that person? Now they just spent all that money on you. They're expecting something from you, like a second date or something like that.
But it happens.
And you get
to take that L and be done with it. It's okay.
You're just gonna tell them no?
Listen, it is what it is. It happened, but you're not gonna take me to Burger King or Wendy's.
What? Why not?
On the first date.
What's wrong with
that? No. That's why you really when first of all, it all depends on who initiated. Let's go on a date, right?
Right.
So whoever initiated should already know and have a thought process on, okay, I want to take this young lady out. Okay, I want to take her here. This is what my budget is for this.
Okay.
Or just say, hey, I would love to take you out. Where would you like to go?
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Let's say you ask somebody out and they say, oh, I want to go to the Capitol Grill. That's still a chain restaurant, but it's a very high-end chain restaurant.
Right.
Now, let's say, your car blew a tire this week and you had to make an extra payment on some other bill and you don't have the money for it. Should she be accepting that you don't have the money and go somewhere else? Or should she say, well, he didn't take me there, so I don't know. I don't need to go with him.
Okay, that's when you communicate to her. This is what happened to me. If it's okay with you, I would love to do such. And then if she gives you that, then you know that's not the girl for you.
So that's basically this whole thing. They said, hey, I'm going to take you out to this, but you want to do all of this. And they said, okay, you're not the right girl for me.
Okay, so
So
why don't you
that
do
test
this?
got done.
Why don't you do this? Just save some money, put some money aside, so when you do go on your first date, it's not coming out of one check, because you know eventually you on a first date coming up.
There you go, Gordon Ramsay fish and chips. That's a good plan. Although it's a little pricey.
I mean, it's not really cheesy either. So
that's not cheesy. Fish and chips? No.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
I mean, I be looking crazy because the word chips in there. I'm like, you can take me well,
Yeah.
But I know Gordon Ramsay restaurant, so I know, I could get something cute there. So
it's basically a walk-in restaurant, but okay.
Right. Yeah. But I just think $40 a little cheesy now. That's a little cheesy, Anthony. You got to step your game up now.
Not when you spending all your money on gas, home, and all that other stuff. I don't think that's that cheesy nowadays. Back in the day when people had a lot more money.
But wait.
Maybe.
That's not that person's problem. That's not that person's problem that you paying on your car note and all that. You better save up for it. But that's not her fault. That's not that individual fault that you got this house note and this high car note and all that. You asking me out on a date. I'm telling you, yeah. So, hey, you figure it out.
So wait a minute. Are you saying that they're too good for that person?
No.
Just for a person who's trying to work, pay bills. Hey, maybe you'd like to go out and, get a Frosty together.
Not on the first date.
Go get an ice cream, Mary J just said. Go get an ice cream together. What's wrong with that?
Date? On the first date?
Yes.
I mean, it all depends. I think it all depends on the individuals, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, if somebody hit me up and say, hey, I'm interested in you, so I'm going to see, hey, what type of clothing this person wearing, what type of, the way they carry themselves. I go through all this in my mind to say, okay, well, this person probably deserves to go here or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to set my mind up for that, and I'm going to set the money up for that. Or just use your credit card, because you can pay in installments. They don't know. It is what it is.
Don't ever use a credit card for a first date. Don't.
Why?
Don't.
Why?
Because you're going to hate that damn bill for the rest of however long you got to pay it.
Child, play it in 2 installments and you'll be fine. Just get over it, because it happens.
So now you paid about $140, $150 for the bill. It just increased even more.
You going to take a W or you going to take an L, one or the other.
No.
So what if it come out a winner? Then what? What if you come out a winner? Then what?
If it comes out a winner with the 20, then we go to a higher dinner date. Or maybe that person doesn't want that type of life. Maybe they like, picnics in the park. Maybe they like going canoeing or something. Maybe they like going for walks. Stuff that doesn't cost any money.
Communication, though. Communication. Hey, I would love to take you out. Where would you like to go?
Right. No, not where. Because then what if she says the very expensive place? If you say, where would you like to go out? I'd like to take you out. Yes, I would. Okay, what's your number? We'll set everything up. Okay, here's my number. Okay, let's text. Okay, are you free Saturday night? Yeah. 8 o'clock, okay? Awesome. Okay, I'll pick you up. Okay, awesome. Boom. That's it. Just go pick them up. Take them where you're going to. What you think is a decent restaurant. And that's it.
Because you have to dress accordingly.
Just dress nice.
You're going, then you don't know how to dress.
You just dress nice.
What? Some people could dress nice. Some people could dress overly nice, or too much for the occasion. So it all depends. I just need to know where I'm going. Just tell me where I'm going.
All right, going to Chili's.
Oh, child, don't nobody want to go no Chili's on.
What's wrong with Chili's?
You might well wear some basketball shorts and a tank top. That the case?
No, some people dress up at Chili's. I've seen it.
Why? I was just at Chili's last Wednesday.
Well, did you see anybody dressed up?
No.
Some nice jeans, a nice shirt. You didn't see anybody?
Child.
No.
Child.
They
had bonnets on and all the other foolishness going on.
You know what was a traditional place to take dates to when I was a kid? The Olive Garden.
Okay, I will
Olive Garden.
accept
You
Olive
dress
Garden.
up to go to the Olive Garden. I know it's a
Okay,
chain, but
I would give.
okay. And you could spend about 60, $70 there.
Okay, I give you Olive Garden. I will give you
Okay.
that because you know I'm not an Olive Garden person,
Mm-hmm.
but I will eat Olive Garden. But
Okay.
that's a nice one. That's a nice one. It ain't cheesy.
So if she said no to the Olive Garden, that'd be it.
Right. Then it's something wrong with her. So that means you don't want this individual because she's gonna cost you money.
Well, I think that's why it was right of him to just back that thing up, start putting in it to drive, and I'm gonna take you home for the night.
I mean, okay, so that's number one. Number two is I think he should have been man enough to just pay the bill. You did offer her out, and then just don't even deal with her no more.
I don't even think he should have paid the bill. I'm happy for the guy who walked out on that one. I'm surprised he even offered to pay for the drinks after they left.
Well,
That was
okay.
surprising.
I look at that in two ways because either one, he didn't have the money, and if he didn't, just say, "Hey, I don't have money for whatever." It's all about communication. If you embarrassed, you embarrassed. Either way it go, something needs to be said. At the moment, because I just feel like if you say we're going out for drinks, food gonna be involved some kind of way.
No, not necessarily.
Well, how you gonna? So you ain't gonna get no appetizer, no nothing.
No, just go for drinks.
Well, that's cheesy.
Sometimes there's happy hours where you can get drink specials, and you just have a couple drinks. If he or she wants to get food, it's on them to pay.
See,
but if you agree on just going out for drinks, then it's on whoever wants the food for them to buy the food.
I kind of like disagree with that, but it is what it is. It's just all about communication at this point with first dates.
I think you should take them out to a place where you can comfortably afford it, and if that's Wendy's, then that's where you take them. If they don't like that, then
don't
start walking. Start walking.
Don't take nobody no Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, and all that's foolishness.
Because you're setting them up, if they like you, to expect that all the time. And if you can't do $100 dinners all the time, they're gonna get.
That's when you speak and say, "Hey."
So then you just wasting your time, because then they're gonna be like, "Oh well, if I can't get this all the time, why am I here?" And then you just wasted your night when you could have been out with somebody else.
It's just all about communication. That's it. But
sometimes they don't communicate.
It take nobody no Checkers and Wendy's and Burger King and all that.
Yes.
Child,
yes.
That's calls for a block number.
You mean blocking numbers, really?
Yeah, I'm worth more than that.
I think they'd be disgusted enough not to even call that person back.
Listen, no, I'm not doing it. If I offer someone, whether it's a win or lose, it is what it is. We always take chances in life. So you just
you take chances at the casino. Don't take chances in dating.
Child, please. That's because you had a terrible night. Now, don't throw your night off on other people.
I'm learned, and I'm teaching the kids the better experience, so you don't have to go through the heartache that I had to go through.
Child, please, let me
bills after bills. What's that song? Bills, bills, bills.
Yeah,
ain't nobody paying my bills. Yeah, exactly.
Listen,
so don't get the bills by taking people out to extravagant dates for a first date. You do that on a second or third.
In life, we always gonna go through some type of obstacle that we got to deal with. That's gonna be some gonna be easy, some gonna be hard. It's the way to get through it. So you just take chances in life. That's it. It is what it is,
Let me tell you, that girl that's going to want that $300 date is going to then want you to buy the new iPhone for her, and then is going to want you to co-sign for the Acura for her, and then is going to take any other money you have after that for gas. So let me tell you right now, if she's okay with Applebee's, that might be a keeper. Try her out for a little bit.
Oh, Lord. Oh, gosh.
Yes.
People, and I'm saying different. That is so cheesy.
So
don't do it.
kudos to those two gentlemen who decided to. It was time to get out of the situation.
I
Good for
guess.
them. Good for them.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's about time we're gonna start wrapping up tonight. You got some things going on afterward and everything.
Yes,
So
I do. Yes, I do. I have a grandbaby and my son and all that good things. You know, we would like for everyone to have a nice and safe weekend. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for the comments. And don't forget, the contest is going on right now, so we can send out a nice gift to whoever Anthony and myself choose. So hey, we excited.
Yes, we are pumped over here. So we've gotten to our 50 subscribers / followers on both Rumble and Yahoo. Not Yahoo.
I'm going to say
YouTube.
YouTube.
One of those two. Yes. So if you want to be entered in the contest to win the prize, comment the word contest. We will be collecting all entries till next Thursday at 7:30. Then we will pick someone live on the show to win that wonderful prize. On a side note, the Angriest Man in Orlando channel is live. There is no video on there yet. We're having some copyright issues and stuff, so I'm re-editing some stuff to make it all good to be on there. So that channel is live. There will be some videos on there soon, so pay attention for that. Do you have any quote of the night?
Quote of the night: be authentic, be yourself, and people will accept you for who you are. You know, don't try to be something you're not. Just be you.
Yes. So that means if you're a Wendy's person, you're a Wendy's person. Go with that. You meet somebody there. You never know. There you go.
I love it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for those that comment. We appreciate you. Me and Anthony, we love you for free, and good night.
Good night, everyone. Take care and be safe.